Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about ancient Roman fashion. The most popular type of garment in ancient Rome was the toga. There were many types of togas. One of them was the toga virilis or pura, which was an ordinary dress of a Roman citizen. Another type was the toga praetexta, which was worn by youths under 16 and by magistrates. It was white with a band of purple or scarlet along the straight edge. The third type of toga was the toga pulla, which was black or dark colored and meant for mourning. Another type of toga was the toga candida, which was white and plain and meant for candidates of public office. The most glamorous type of toga was the toga picta, which was purple and gold embroidered and worn by victorious generals and later by emperors and consuls. The next type of toga was the toga trabea, which had bright scarlet stripes and a purple hem and was worn by augurs. The seventh type of toga was the toga cinctus gabinus, which was passed twice around the waist and left the arm free. Lastly, there was the toga contabulum, which was folded along the straight edge. Other types of garments worn were the abala, which was a rectangular cloak with a brooch on the right shoulder. Ancient Romans also wore a tunica, which was a tunic that was either rectangle or T-shaped. Birus, which was a rectangular cloak with a hood or a cape. A fancy rectangular cloak called the lucerna, which had rounded corners and was worn over a toga. It was made of fine wool and was brightly colored. Laena, which was a rectangular cloak that was very thick and used for cold weather. Paenula, which was a semicircular cloak that was fastened in the front and sometimes had a hood attached to it. It was worn by men, women, country folk, and slaves. A special military cloak called the paludamentum, which was worn by officers and was purple and had a clasp on the right shoulder. Another type of garment was the pallium, which was a rectangular shawl. It was identical to the himation. The last type of cloak was the sagum, which was worn by Roman citizens and soldiers during war. Some other types of clothing worn in ancient Rome was the Roman boot, which had slits on each side of the ankles so that the foot could enter, and was held together by thongs of leather. Another common type of boot for men was the crepida, which was a half boot and the toes were uncovered. Pero was similar to the Roman boot, but did not have thongs and was meant for peasants. As for hair, men in Rome up until 300 BC would keep their beards long and their hair long. After 300 BC, the men were clean shaven and had short hair until Hadrian came into power. The costume of ancient Roman women was identical to that of ancient Greek women. The stola and palla were most commonly worn, and they were identical to the Greek chiton and himation. The stola could be cut with or without sleeves and would reach the feet. The palla was often worn by hanging over the left shoulder down to the feet, then over the right shoulder. It could also be drawn over the head. Sometimes it was wrapped twice around the body. Like men, women also wore boots, but in the house they would wear sandals. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something valuable. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thanks and see you next time.